Hey, what up, what up, what up? I'll make another quick video. Um, this is my post reaction to the this weekend's card with Miller and I forgot his name. I think Duopop, or I don't know how to pronounce his name, but with that fight and Danny Jacobs and Zaleski and his fight. Let's first start off with Miller and his fight, his heavyweight fight. I mean, it was a good win for Miller. Solid win, you know. Duopot is a durable, very durable heavyweight. Um, he's always gonna give you a good fight. I mean, he's a good person, to test yourself with. I believe Miller came into the ring at 304. Came about 20-30 pounds heavier than his last fight, I believe. And to be honest, I actually did see the difference in terms of his movement. His last fight, I think he was a little more light on his feet a little bit. I seen the difference, and I think he was a little more. Yeah, he was more nimble his last fight. I think that 20 pounds was different in terms of his movement. But nonetheless, he did get the win. A 12 rounder, unanimous decision. So it was a good win. One thing I do realize is that for someone, I'm just gonna be honest, for someone that big, Miller doesn't really have that much, I guess you say, power. I would think that someone that that size would have a little more power, a little bit more, pop to his punches. But it is what it is. I mean, he's a good boxer though. I say this. For a heavyweight, he has good head movement. He fights like a little guy. So, in terms of his movement and the way he fights, and for a big guy, I think, he does have good. I think he has good cardio for his size too. For someone that big. Although I do think his last fight he had more cardio. His last fight being much smaller and lighter and nimble on his feet. But as for a big guy, he has pretty good cardio. I mean, for me, the way I see it, he has better cardio than Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm saying? So for a big guy, for a big guy his size, he has a good mover. He has good conditioning. But in terms of the shot that he was landing on Duopot, you would think they do more, but you gotta put it into perspective that is Duopot. It took Deontay Wilder 11 rounds to get him out of there, and Deontay Wilder is like the biggest puncher in the division, the biggest puncher in boxing right now. So Duopot is kind of hard to put. It's kind of hard to, how you say it, judge Miller off of this performance in terms of getting people out of there. Just because of Duopot his chin, you got to get a cement block and throw at his head, man. But because Duopot has like to me, that's one of the best chins out there, man. He has a solid chin, solid chin. And I don't even think Deontay Wilder, when he fought him, he didn't even get him out of there. He TKO'd him. They had to stop the fight, so he never even got him out of there like that. So Duopat's like a durable guy. He has a great chin, so it's hard to judge him off that. But at the same time, I know Miller doesn't have the pop like the rest of the big heavyweights. He doesn't have the pop like AJ or Deontay Wilder. He's probably somewhere in the mix, but not with those two top guys. Or probably even with what's his name again? Ortiz. He doesn't have pop like Ortiz or those guys. I don't know if he has pop like even White. So for his size, that's the only thing I would say that he doesn't have is pop. You know, being someone that big, he doesn't really have pop like that. But he does have good conditioning and good, you know, good movement. You know, and he does have a good uppercut. He's landing a lot of those uppercuts in that fight. So, you know, it was a good fight. But it was a landslide win for Miller. I seen it. I knew he was gonna win too. So good fight, good win for him. We'll see what he comes up with next. Well, who fights next? I know he's trying to get a fight with Anthony Joshua. We'll see if that happens. If that comes to fruition, or not. You know, his fight could. He has. I think he has other options out there. It could be White or it could be Ortiz. You know. I think he's one of the top heavyweights right now. I mean, he has some good, solid wins. He had beat Gerald Washington. That's a good, solid win. So we'll see what's next for him. The main event of the card was Zaleski versus or I should say Danny Jacobs versus Zaleski. Good fight, you know. Zaleski's a tough or solid win or a solid competitor. I didn't give Zaleski that much rounds. He probably won like 2 or 3 rounds. I mean, I wasn't really counting because it was pretty much a landslide. Pretty much, I just seen Jimmy Jacobs winning the whole fight. But in terms of the fight, Zaleski's pretty tough, pretty durable, pretty good boxer. You know. You know, he did his best. I mean, he did his best, you know. But in terms of Danny Jacobs' performance, that's more important in terms of how he performed, because that was supposed to be, you know, everyone expected him to win. I thought Danny Jacobs did pretty good that fight. He showed a lot of. He fought better this fight than his last fight. His last outing. You know, he was more active this fight too. But he showed a lot of different degrees himself in terms of his fight skills, his fight game. He's showing that he can move. His defense showing that he could, you know, that there's levels to his boxing game. You know, I seen that. One thing I do know is about Dan Jacobs is anybody who's gonna fight him. We'll see that he's a little awkward in terms of the way he throws his hooks. His overhand is kind of awkward. So I think that's what Peter Quinn had trouble, or that very first round where he didn't see that hook, because he's very awkward the way he throws some of his punches, and he's very awkward the way he fights in the inside. I do see that. You don't really see his punches. They're kind of wide, but kind of awkward the way he throws it. You know, it's kind of weird. I don't know how to explain it. He had some good body shots on Zaleski. Very solid, good body shots. But one thing I did see that fight, he took his time. You know, it seems like in that fight he wasn't in a rush to get a knockout. At times it did seem like he wanted to get a knockout, but at times it seems like he really wasn't in a rush to get a knockout. Could he have got him out of there? I think so. If he had pressed it. I wouldn't say he was cautious, but he was very patient that fight. So I don't know, man. I think he could have got him out there, but he really didn't really press the issue like that. I think if he really did, he would have got him out there. Certain fighters would have gotten Zaleski out of there, like Gennady Golovkin, Jarrell Charlo. They would have been got Zaleski out there. Certain fighters just don't waste time with certain caliber of fighters. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Jarrell Charlo would have had that much patience to fight Zaleski. I think Jarrell Charlo would have got him out of there within like the first 3-4 rounds. I think same thing with Gennady Golovkin. They would have got him out of there between the first 3-4 rounds. I don't know if Jacobs is trying to show more of his boxing skills. I don't know what it is, but I feel if he pressed the issue, he would have got him out of there. during the 11th round, he did get a knockdown on him. So, it is what it is. I think he could have stopped him, but, you know, he didn't get the stoppage. But like I said, had been some of the other, you know, top middleweights, I think they would have got him out there. But, you know, it is what it is. Great fight for Danny Jacobs. Great performance, and you know, it is what it is. You know, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video. You know, hit the like button, and I'll catch y'all later.